When you don't have something anymore, you start to appreciate it more. Yesterday, the water in my area completely shut off due to like a pipe bursting. So we didn't have water overnight. And this morning, a gentle stream made its way into the faucet. And let me tell you, the joy I felt knowing that I can finally use water to wash my ass. I swear I felt so grateful for something we take for granted. I've realized whenever there's an abundance of something, we completely ignore its value. But when that blessing is taken away, we start to appreciate it. The water went out for a day, and everyone's already complaining. Now imagine a family that doesn't have water for days. It really changes the perspective. When I went overseas to Pakistan, I saw people working their ass off for $10. There were some people making less than $4 a day. I met a boy I knew who was making 200 rupees a day, 12-hour shifts. That's 33 cents an hour. I don't even work 12 hours. I swear, when I saw that, I truly felt bad for these people. Because I thought about how I was complaining about my financial situation, how I didn't like my job, which is 250 times better than this guy. I work less and I make more. I could literally work a day and I'll make what he's making in 2 months. And I'm not saying this to brag. It's just made me think that I don't deserve to complain about my financial situation ever. One day, me and my brothers went to a distant relative's house. When we got there, I was thinking, where's the damn house? I'm not making this up when I say that their whole house was the size of my fucking bedroom. And they had to share that living space amongst 5 people. Here we are complaining about how our house is too small or not wanting to share a room. And you want to know what the saddest part is? This family barely got any guests, but they went out of their day to get a meal for us from outside, even though we told them that it's okay, you don't have to. But they still spent a considerable amount for them on cake and whatnot, so my little brother could eat it and enjoy it. They bought us cake because it's a luxury item which not many families can afford, because they wanted us to feel welcomed. Bro, these people are making $5 a day. They sleep in a room the size of my bedroom. They have a kitchen the size of my table and a small toilet. They make in a month what I make in half a day. You can only truly understand what I'm talking about when you actually experience it for yourself. Just like you can't understand what it feels like being a parent, you can only understand if you were a parent. That's something my dad always tells me. And it's very true. There's certain things in life that in order to understand them, you need to immerse yourself in it. If you truly care about poor people, go and live with them for a day. Then you'll know what I mean. When I was there, it was winter, and as a Muslim, you have to wash your face, your arms, and your bowls before you pray. Let me tell you, it's tough waking up early in the morning to pray, and you don't have warm water to wash your ass with. Half the time I was there wasn't even electricity, not to mention the living conditions were absolutely horrible. It was atrocious compared to what I have here in Australia. It's the difference between night and day. When we slept one night, there was literally a gas leak because of the heater. I think it was like poorly designed or something. I woke up in the middle of the night to the smell of rotten eggs. And then I puked severely. Which, if you didn't already know, the smell of rotten eggs means there's sulfur, which is carbon monoxide. There's carbon monoxide in the atmosphere. and you're breathing that air in. And I even heard about a story of a whole family dying because of that, because they slept overnight and they died because their rooms were closed and there was the heater was on, and then there was a gas leak, and they all died. I got sick 4 times in 1 month. At one point, I was puking and shitting at the same time. It was the worst feeling I have ever had. I literally thought I was gonna die. Going overseas changed me, my whole world changed. You might be asking, why am I sharing these personal stories, and what do they have to do with NoFap semen retention, considering that's what I make videos about? The issue is most men either are ignorant of the consequences that masturbation and porn viewing has, or they completely fail to appreciate what they have, knowing the consequences. There's literally a scientific term called PIED. Search it up. Porn-induced erectile dysfunction. Porn and masturbation is damaging the brain to the extent that a man can't get his dick up for his woman. Imagine not being able to impregnate your girl. The angle I'm pointing towards is, don't take your penis for granted. I promise, bro, when that day comes, when you're about to have sex and your dick doesn't spring into action, it decides to take a quick nap when you need it most, you're gonna be mortified. What is a man if his penis doesn't work? Well, that's the dark reality of constant self-pleasure. Don't worry, there is a way to prevent this from happening. You just need to stop being a dumbass and get your lazy ass to start going to the gym and to start pursuing greater things. Get a job if you don't already have one. Redirect your mind from temporary pleasure. Let me ask you this. Do you truly feel happy when you watch porn? Yeah, it feels good. Shut up and stop lying to yourself. You're only watching porn because you feel alone. You are alone, so you turn to porn to get some level of companionship. Do you really need a guy pounding 10 out of 10s to feel companionship? I'm talking to myself when I say this. I'm giving myself my own advice when I say, why don't you make the effort to attract women, you absolute pussy? Get in shape, make more money, level up yourself. You can't even approach a woman to speak to her, to say hi. When there's guys pounding women, you're pounding your own meat. You're pounding your own fist, bro. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh. Just look at your face in the mirror when you ejaculate. Just look at your face in the mirror when you ejaculate. What has the world come to? Do you remember the scene from Interstellar when Matthew McConaughey, very good movie if you haven't already seen it. So there's a scene where Matthew is shouting at his own self. Don't let me leave, Mom! No! I swear, every time I make that face when I'm, climaxing, I remember that scene. I would literally be shouting at myself. Down the line, in the future, I don't want to be cursing at my own self because of the actions I chose to take today. I don't want to look back and cry my tears out. Imagine you attracted a woman in your life. You went on dates with her, you spent money on her, and you make it to the bedroom, and you can't inseminate her. You can't fuck her, bro, and that's sad. Trust me, this is no laughing matter. Do you not see the significance of this? Tell me, what is a man without a working tool of insemination? I'm trying to help you and to help myself so we both don't end up down that dark path. That's why I make these videos.